Video 1.2, How Customers Are Patronizing Businesses During and After COVID. During the COVID era that we are currently in, businesses that adopted strategic online solutions were able to continue without missing a beat. The yoga studio that I frequent made a permanent setup for virtual classes, and you signed up in the same manner as you would sign up for an in-person class. So even when COVID cases were low and we looked like things might get back to normal last summer, they never stopped offering those virtual classes. And now as cases are climbing again, their processes are still in place from before, so that customers who did not want to come in for an in-person class could still partake in a virtual setting. And they built a customer base of virtual clients from all over the world that now boost their business revenue without maxing out the in-person courses. As businesses made online services available and customers adapted to them, they began to like them. We're going to look at customers that frequent grocery stores, restaurants, and utilize medical services in this lesson. So looking at the grocery industry and how people have changed their shopping habits, as of August 2021, Supermarket News reported that 45% of consumers shop more now online for groceries than they did before. That's a huge increase. They're also shopping 30% less at grocery stores and 35% less at the Walmarts and Targets. 46% of them indicated that they use online delivery now more than before COVID, and 40% report that they use online pickup now. Only 11% use delivery and 15% use pickup, less than they did prior to the pandemic. Online grocery shopping has a strong hold with younger shoppers, Generation Z and millennials. However, don't count the seniors out on this trend. 48% of seniors use home delivery, 32% use curbside pickup. 60% of customers surveyed said they placed online orders through their computer. That was primarily boomers and Gen X. 27% use their smartphone, which is Gen Z, millennials, and Gen X. You can see the entire survey on the link here, and the link will be in your activities. So if we shift and look at the restaurant industry, there is high pent-up demand by consumers for restaurants, but they are frustrating the restaurant frontline employees. We've seen that throughout this year. There are great tensions between customers and staff. There's tension between customers and customers. Customers are back, but they're frustrated with lack of staff and lack of options. Customers are also taking into consideration how restaurants are cleaning and sanitizing more than ever before they make a decision to come in. Medical services have also seen a shift to customers using online services. According to McKinsey, before the pandemic, only 11% of consumers had partaken in telemedicine services. Now, 46% of consumers have used some form of telemedicine with a 75% satisfaction rate. The availability of telemedicine increases access for communities and people that cannot get to the doctor, and the estimate is now that 84% of physicians are offering virtual visits, and 57% prefer to continue doing so. So we're starting to see how every industry is experiencing differences in customer desires during COVID. For an overview, people are spending money and shopping, but they are doing so in a very hybrid pattern. The desire to look, touch, and feel is still kind of there, but the desire for hybrid is really there. So overall, in 12 months, consumers expect to still desire in-person shopping, but the decision to shop online or in person isn't going to be dictated by the business or the product. It's going to be dictated by what the consumer wants at the time. And this will be very hard for businesses to gauge, and means that businesses will have to maintain hybrid options. Convenience will still continue to be a driver for customers, We are still going to want to pick up a meal to go at a restaurant and order online as much as we want to dine in. So this means restaurants are going to continue to have to offer both options. Consumers are also going to continue to do more at home. Our homes have now become our hubs. We work out, we work from our jobs, we do all of our activities from our home base. This will continue throughout the pandemic and into the future. While consumers may venture out more post-pandemic, they will still be doing more at home than what they did before the pandemic. Loyalty is also no longer a given. Supply chain and product shortages have prompted customers to try new brands, frequent new businesses, and it doesn't matter why the customer chooses the new brand now. It matters if they like it better. Consumers in general are more open now to trying new things. Value is still important. It's nothing new, but it's here to stay. 63% of consumers want to frequent businesses that reflect their values and beliefs. They want companies to take stands on social, cultural, environmental, and political issues, which for business owners can be a hard thing to do. The consumer journey is now starting with when do I need a particular product and service, and not where will I get it. We are also now preparing to have passive shoppers. Consumers are constantly shopping. We're shopping while we scroll Instagram, TikTok. We're shopping while we read the news. We're shopping while we're in Zoom meetings. Our daily media intake has doubled, which allows for more time and exposure to advertising. For reading 1.2, you'll be reading page 14 and 15 of a 2020 McKinsey survey. For reference, a 2021 COVID economy report that was referenced in this lesson is also available but not required reading. This article is very informative and a great reference for any business owner. Discussion for activity 1.2. As you read the McKinsey report, there is a graphic on page 14 that shows the growth patterns during 2020 in various business categories. Looking at the categories, randomly pick 3 Montana businesses that come to mind and determine which category they would fall in and what kind of increase or decrease they would have if they were based in the different countries. Lastly, identify which category your business falls in and how you would experience shift in online sales based on what country you were operating in.